This is a planner that I made through Amazon KDP because I was just having a really difficult time finding one that worked for me, and I kept ordering them off of Amazon and I would have to return them. So finally I decided just to make my own. And so I have been using, in the past, I typically use a composition notebook to show you kind of the size. But I usually create my own with just pens, and I was just really tired of having to do that every year. So now that I kind of figured out the layout that I like, I did it like this, and so I can just print myself one that I know that I'm going to use every year and make like a new cover for it, or if I need to, or like update. But we're going to do a little bit of a walkthrough. So I have the blank page. There's this black one available, but there's also a really fun giraffe one that has a white background and like a bunch of colorful giraffes. That's kind of based off of a designer print, if that was popular many years ago. So we open it, you have the blank pages to your table of contents, and then we have 2026 dates, 2027, but also on the next page we have the blank spots that you can write in your own dates that you need, if you have birthdays or special dates too that you need to remember. I like to put my vision board kind of up front. So this is where I like to do like pictures and icons and stuff. So that's where I would do this part. And then with the next part, yearly goals, I would like do my lists and write my steps and kind of do an overview of how to get some of those vision board things. The next page I've labeled as acquirements, and for me that's just things that I need to buy. Maybe I have like a grocery list that I'm always buying the same thing and I just want to write that down. That's kind of something that I would write right here. So this is things that I need to acquire throughout the year. I have a read me page, but also a read page. And so watch me, watched, this says hear me, and then heard. So you can kind of, what are you reading? What are you watching on TV or movies? And kind of what are you listening to with podcasts, YouTube videos or whatever. I do have this is my cycle syncing page. It's not my cycle. It's just a cycle syncing page. You can keep track of your cycle up here with the yearly calendar, but also, day one of your period, it kind of goes over how many days it might last, what that phase is called, how your energy might be during those days. There's some ideas of things that you can do during that time, foods that are good for you during that time, and also like a little like body movement type of thing if you want, when's the best time to do the high intensity versus yoga and stuff like that. You can always like cover this with paper, stickers if that's not something that you need. Then I go into quite a few of these blank dot grid. They're all dot grid pages. And then we have quite a few of them because I like to do my project planning on these pages. And I suppose I could put this in the back. I, for some reason, like to have it all kind of up front. And then, because I'm just taking, you can use this for anything. You could take notes, whatever you need to. There's quite a few pages. I'm trying to see if I can count them. The pages are unnumbered, but there's about 15 double-sided pages for the dot grid notes. Now in the black covered one, I think I have it as an October start date, but in the giraffe one, which I think is cute, I have it as a January. So we'll just go to January. So you would have your dot grid pages, and then this is the month of January. Now the big thing is I do a Monday start, so that might be not something that you want, not something that you're used to. It did take me a minute to get used to it, but I love seeing my weekend in a chunk. Like, it bothers my brain to have that Sunday kind of split up. It doesn't make sense to me. So I love a Monday start date. I do have a few written, usually the full moon and the new moons on the months. A blank page for notes, for goal tracking, whatever you need. This is kind of more of an outlined monthly goal sheet. I think it's important to focus, on just a few things at a time. This has goal setting for 3, but you can cover these with stickers and write, white it out, write your own titles. I just kind of wanted to like a pop of color. I wanted to use some fun little clip arts. I did all this in Canva. So, I liked that I could do different colors and different fonts. Then we have another blank page, and then we get into your weeklies. So depending on the month and where the month starts, you might have a blank page, or it just might open straight up to the Monday start date weekly verticals. You have time blocks that you can put if you like that. I do have that on both pages. That wasn't really done on purpose, but I'm not too sure if it bothers me enough to take it out quite yet, because if I need to, I can always cross that out, put a sticker there, and then decide, is this something else I want to keep track of or whatever. You also have your to-do list. I like to call it ta-das. And that's on the side of the right page, always. So you go into your weeklies. It is dated, and it is all Monday start again. And so then with this one, we end, but then we start that Sunday as the 1st. So then we have blank note pages. And then we're into February. Again, the full moon, new moon. I tried to do this like pretty kind of lilac-y, purpley color. The little candy hearts. And your blank page, your goal setting. And see, then because we're starting back on the Monday, it just opens up to that Monday start. So that's February. And then that's kind of how it goes. So February weeks, a couple of note pages. This is March. I do have spring equinox on there. This is for US based, I guess. I could take that out. So we get to weeklies. April, kind of this pinkish salmon-y color. This one has little botanical icons. This is May, which is a very pink color. This May has 2 full moons. There's pink. I used flowers for that one. And then the lines too kind of match the color of the month, just to give it more color. Because I end up putting stickers. I want to, but I never do. So then I do have the summer solstice, June 21st. Oh, and then see, I think I fixed that on the giraffe page. Yeah, I remember deleting those when I updated the manuscript. And then we get into June with the blue, July with the pretty yellow. I did fruits for July. You go through your weeklies. August, it's kind of a dark purple. And I did snails for August. I love snails and nature. September is kind of a darker pink color. A lot of pinks in here. I don't remember doing so many pinks. The leaves for September. Or maybe that's supposed to be orange. That might have been trying to be more of an orange color, but I also, one other thing, I can't really do anything about the paper. It doesn't give me any options for like paper thickness. It just kind of seems to give you what it gives you. For October, I chose gray. You could do grayscale and some cute little orange pumpkins. Then we go through the weeks. And then November is kind of this icy purple color. I also did, I don't like the diagonal on the boxes when we have to split days because I like to write and the diagonals never leave me enough room to write. So I just did them straight across. And then November. So from here on out, it's just the same. You got your monthlies, a little bit of notes. Here's December. It's supposed to be kind of a dark red color. And then a lot of the notes stuff is more kind of in the front. So I think it does have the correct stats. I think I'm not too sure what it says online, like how many pages it is. But so yeah, so that's this one. You can order the black one, but it won't have this line on it. And I don't know if I fixed this part. I'm going to double check and see if I have it. I think it might just be blank now because, you know, you guys don't need my name on there, but I'll have to double check that. But the giraffe one is